For the past 6 months, I dedicated my life to climbing, training 6 days a week, balancing school, work, all at the same time, all for the dream of competing at the IFSC Climbing World Cups by becoming a member of the national climbing team. My name is Jonathan Sin, and this is the story of how I tried to become a pro climber in 6 months. So I had 6 months to train before the World Cup team selections. My training consisted of 2 parts. First, climbing. Second, strength and conditioning. A typical week of training looks something like this. I would have 6 days of climbing, and 5 of those 6 days I would have strength and conditioning. Day 1 is all about the intensity. In the morning, I have muscle ups, weighted hangboard, and assisted 1-armers. And at night, I would do a limit bouldering session with all my friends, trying our absolute hardest. Day 2 focuses on volume, climbing boulders at around the 80% level. I focus on doing them first try as well as climbing efficiently. And with some core exercises to finish it off. Day 3 focus on footwork and endurance. I will do slabs exclusively and endurance circuits to prepare for the lead section of the team selection. This is a low intensity day with no conditioning. It acts as a semi-rest day for my power to recover. Day 4, 5, 6, the climbing portion repeats the same cycle. High intensity, volume, followed by endurance and footwork. The strength and conditioning follows the same pattern as well. The idea behind this training plan is that the most physical sessions go first, followed by more volume. And after all that, with the long-awaited rest day, which I spend coaching at the gym. Yep, that's right. I spent every single day at the climbing gym. Why would I put myself through all that? Back in the summer of 2019, I watched the movie Free Solo. Climbing just seemed like the coolest and most enjoyable activity ever. So I went to the closest climbing gym and started climbing. It quickly transformed into an unreasonable form of obsession. I would climb every day and watch every single climbing video on YouTube. Eric Carlson, Mello, the Bouldering Bobats, everything. I lived and breathed climbing. At the same time, I started studying economics at university. And the one question everyone I meet seems to be interested in, and the one question which I have no answer for, is what am I gonna do after university? I had no idea, and to be honest, I still don't. But I decided that I want to somehow find a way to make this crazy passion of mine into a career. The only way that I thought was possible was to become a professional climber. In fact, let me show you. I write down all my goals, and you can see here, on the 11th of November 2019, I wrote down that I'm gonna get on the national team. Looking back, that was absolutely crazy. I think I was climbing around feet 5 at a time, and I was by no means a good climber. Not to mention the fact that I was already 18 and just started climbing. People who compete at the World Cups are winning competitions when they're 18. In fact, for any professional sport, if you start at the age of 18, the chances that you're gonna make it to the highest level is next to 0. It was a ridiculous goal, and I had no idea what I was signing myself up for, but I'm glad I did. I've done training in the past, but with COVID in the way, I didn't have the chance to join competitions. And the only way to test what kind of level I was on was to climb outside and see how high of a grade I can achieve, mainly to prove to myself that I have a fighting chance.
Come on!
2 years into climbing, I thought that I was on a pretty good progression and I was on the right track. But training for competitions is a completely different thing. I knew that if I want to improve any further, I'm gonna have to step out into the world and see what world-class climbers are actually like. Taking advantage of the online semester and the summer holiday, I used basically all my saving from doing part-time jobs and spent 6 months in Europe and UK. The highlight of the trip was spending time in Sheffield, where I met some of the best climbers in the UK. Getting to spend time with them, train with them, and talk with them about climbing, there was nothing more I wanted to do. So, my motivation to become a professional climber hit a new level, but that was also the reality. I was nowhere near the level where I needed to be. To make those 6 months count, I had to be more consistent than ever. It's week 10 and I've never done a one armor on the pink band before. I've also never done a one armor on the blue band before for the left arm. It's coming along. Oh my god, that's so heavy. I was training over 30 hours each week, and I had to be very good with my time in order to finish all my coursework and prepare for all my exams. I'm almost done with my essay, so I'm to study all day tomorrow for the finals. Gonna go home now, get some rest, and then come back tomorrow morning and get it done. All the hard times that I was contemplating into why I was studying, they turned to motivation. They helped me get my work done as soon as possible, then I can, go climbing. Alright, it's the second last training day before the comp. 5 days until the comp, 5 nights of sleep. I have max hang today, but like half the sets of everything. I'm caffeinated, I'm excited. I can't wait for this. Oh, that's heavy. I was taking a look at my numbers for this handball routine that I have. 10 weeks ago, I was hanging 30 kgs, and now I'm hanging 42 and a half. In fact, the numbers on all my physical training went up significantly. My pinch block hold of 10 seconds went up by 6 kilograms. That's a 30% increase. I could do my muscle ups with 5 added kilograms. My time on the circuit wall went from less than 3 minutes to over 6 minutes, and on much harder circuits. I could do 1.6 on the canvas board for the very first time. Oh my god! That's insane. That is insane. I'm gonna try my best to feel really strong. I'm very excited. I wanna try and make sure not to destroy myself before the comp, but I'm feeling good. A big part of competition is the mental aspect. And what better way to train your mind than enter actual competitions? I joined as many as I could. I struggle a lot, mainly with staying calm and being able to think clearly. I would rush things all the time and ended up not performing well.
Come on, John, come on, no!
But in the later competitions, I had a better time finding flow and actually won one of the competitions. I was feeling more confident than ever, and it was time for the team selections. The boulder comp was one of the best times I've ever had in a competition. Going out onto the mats, knowing that I've done all the preparations that I could have, I was ready to just have fun. Here's me back at the gym afterwards to retry the boulders.
Come on!
wouldn't say I was satisfied with the results, but I certainly gave it my all. In fact, I basically collapsed on the mats right after the last boulder. There was one climb during the comp, which everyone got the zone off. It proved to be very important, but I just missed it completely. Alright, so for this purple, I missed the zone. I couldn't get a zone, and if I got a zone, my ranking would have been 4 places higher, I think, and I just cruised that move. Knowing that physically I was at a good level, it made me feel very good about my training. But then it was the lead selection. I've had a total of 3, and that's right, 3 lead climbing competitions in my whole life, and this is how they went. Yup, absolute shambles. And that was the only thing that I could imagine right before going out for my qualifying route for this team trials. When I was waiting in the back, I could basically vomit. I was feeling so sick, like my limbs were super cold, and no matter how much I climbed, I couldn't get warm at all. And this is how the qualification went. It's 3 AM. I try my best to stay quite positive most of the time, but there's no other way to put this. I just climbed horribly. I didn't climb well. I was training for others, and others just climbed so much better than me. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to go for is competing against others, and that means I gotta be better than a lot of my friends. And sometimes I doubt whether or not all this work that I put in, training 6 times a week, conditioning 5 days a week, is actually worth it. I know it's worth it. I'm getting better, but am I actually close to my goal? I'm stronger, but does that matter? After 6 months of training, being stronger than ever, my mind failed me. The weight of the moment was more than anything I could have imagined, and I just crumbled under pressure. The second I fell off, I knew that it was over. Dreaming about this for 3.5 years, working towards it non-stop for 6 months. I actually didn't watch the clip until I was editing this video. I came 12th at the end. I trained hard, I ate well, I tried my best to recover well all the time, and that's what I had to show. It was embarrassing. In fact, for the month after the team selections, I changed from climbing 6 days a week to only once or twice max. Knowing that the next team trials is going to be in 2 years, and I've just finished university, I will have to start working full time soon. All I could think about was that I will never have the chance to train like that and be as prepared as I am at the moment. But now that it's been 2 months, I've had some time to reflect on it. I didn't start this journey with the knowledge that I was going to make it. It's sort of like being in high school and you just want to be a part of the cool kids club. I knew this was an insane dream to begin with. All I wanted to do was to climb every day with people who are just as crazy about climbing as I am. I learned a lot in the past few months, and I've had some amazing time with all my friends. Oh. Yeah, do all that. Number 1. Oh, hang song. Alright, first crack. Oh my god. So that's it. I trained like a pro climber for 6 months, and I'm still not one yet, but I'm sure as hell gonna keep trying. This YouTube channel is going to be a space where I keep documenting my progress and keep track of all the amazing experiences I have along the way. Coming up soon, I have a series on all things Japanese climbing, where I went to Tokyo for 2 weeks. I met some people that you'd never expect, so make sure to subscribe to not miss out on those videos. I hope this video gives a bit more context to what I've been trying to do for the past few months, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been incredibly supportive and helpful along the way. Especially my parents, who I'm sure were very worried about my academic results, being that I spent every single waking moment just climbing. That's all. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.